Welcome to the second season of Under the Onion Skin, the podcast to get closer to independent animation directors and get to know some behind the scenes of their short films. My name is Giulia Martinelli, and each time I talk to a different director about an animated film they made. With this podcast, I hope to be able to capture a glimpse of what I love mostly about film festivals, to have something to listen to when we're back to our regular lives and desks, but most of all to celebrate beautiful films, talented artists, and storytellers. Welcome to Under the Onion Skin.
Hello everyone, and welcome to this special episode of Under the Onion Skin. As is becoming a little tradition, this is our end of season wrap-up. It's my chance to talk a little bit with you directly and reflect on the season that just ended and think about the future. It's been an absolute pleasure sharing this second season with you. Thank you so much for being part of this little passion project of mine and following along. This season was a bit slower than the first, and if you've been listening and following me, you probably already know why. I welcome a baby in my life, and I've been finding my rhythm and a new balance ever since. Between naps and juggling client projects, I also managed to write my master thesis titled Tales Intertwined, Exploring Multi-Perspective Storytelling in Children's Animation, and I even made 2 new Skillshare classes. It's a lot, but I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm still figuring out the best way to manage everything, especially for projects like this one that are born purely from passion and that are made without any budget. Despite the slower pace, we still had an incredible season. We explored 13 animated short films and welcomed 18 fantastic guests to the show. A huge thank you to every single director who took the time to sit down during a busy festival and chat with me. We were also lucky enough to feature 2 films that went on to be nominated for the Oscars this year, Yak by Loic Espuch and Wonder to Wonder by Nina Gantz. Congratulations one more time to the directors and the crews. A big thank you to all of you who sent me feedback, whether through my website, social media, or by leaving reviews on different platforms. I always truly appreciate hearing what you think about the podcast and specific episodes even. It really means the world to me. Of course, I'm looking forward to making more episodes and more seasons. I truly love this project, but at the moment, I don't have any festivals planned. And as you know, the core of this project is to record chats with other directors during animation festivals. In a way, the podcast was born, I think, with slightly wrong timing. In fact, its heart lies in animation festivals, yet it came to life just as a festival tour was wrapping up for me. And now I am still in a waiting phase, waiting for funds to make my new film. So no big festivals or trips are on the horizon at the moment. The plan all along was to bring listeners with me on those tours to different countries, different festivals, as I did in the past, and to capture their unique vibes. Hopefully, I will be back on the road soon, microphone in hand. On that note, I'd love to share a quick update on my own short film called The Onion. By the way, it's a coincidence that it shares part of the name with the podcast, but the film was actually in the works before the podcast even began. Of course, as we all know by now, making a film is a much slower process, and the podcast saw the light of day much earlier. The Onion is an animated short film about grief and the aftermath of death. We finished pre-production last year, but we are still collecting funds for the production phase. I don't see the light at the end of the tunnel just yet, but I'm hoping to start and finish production in 2026. I also want to put this out there. I'm available to travel to festival just for the podcast. In fact, if any festival organizers are listening and interested in having me and Under the Onion Skin covering the event, please reach out so we can make that happen. So once again, thank you for sticking with me and following along on this journey. I hope you will continue to do so in the future. I'm excited to come back with another season of high quality episode as soon as I can. In the meantime, you can still find me on my website at giuliamartinelli.com, in my newsletter Creative Crave, and on social media at Giulia_Martinelli_X. And in case you don't know how to spell what I just said, all the links are, of course, in the show notes. So here we are again at the end of an episode and at the end of another season. This was Under the Onion Skin, and this was the end of season 2. Thank you for being my listeners, and until next time with another season of Under the Onion Skin. Peace.